Did we venture to sit here? Okay. Hope you enjoy this service.
Good morning. The music you just heard is your signal to settle into your seats and prepare for the start of our worship service. Before we begin, we have a few quick announcements. And my name is Corinna Whiteaker-Lewis. My pronouns are she, her, and I serve as San Gabriel's Director of Religious Education. But I first want to invite our treasurer, Ron Karish, forward to give us an update on our pledge drive.
Good morning. You're all anticipating what is the answer today. This was supposed to be, well, this is the end of the official pledge drive. Our goal is $170,000. I expect that the final number will be $165,000. Technically, that is within spitting distance of the goal. And this Thursday, the board will meet. They'll review the results of the pledge drive, a proposed budget, and prepare for the congregational meeting in June. I mark this as a success. It is a doable amount of money. We are going to be able to continue the programs we have, compensate our staff, support the denomination, and do a number of good thing projects in the coming year. So I want to thank you all for your generous contributions, and those of you that haven't already sent in a pledge card, I will find you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron. I hope everyone has received one of our Sunday handouts as you entered from our fabulous greeters and welcome table at the back. There's a lot of information here about events that are coming up and things that we are busy and involved with. I do want to give you a quick legislative update. On this handout, there is information about joining our UU Justice Ministry that works at the Capitol. It has, of course, been a very harsh and hurtful session for so many people. And the more that we can do to witness that, I won't say evil, but maybe I will. The more that we can
express our values.
Yes, we need to express our values, and we need to make sure that people understand that they are not representing us with the actions they are taking. All right, let us now begin.
My name is Mimi Ray, and my pronouns are she, her, and I have been a member of San Gabriel since I moved to Georgetown in 2018. I have served briefly in the kitchen, on the Sunday service team. I served 1 year on the board, and now I'm on membership, where I'm usually standing back there. But of all the things I do here, my very favorite activity connected with San Gabriel is my covenant group. Our group of 7 meets on the 3rd Tuesday of the month with materials for a monthly theme. This is a special place to discuss and share thoughts about something really important to our spiritual lives. And I hope that if you're not part of one, you will think about becoming part of one. And if you need to know how, you can see me after the service. San Gabriel is a member congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association. There are over 1,000 UU congregations in the United States. All of us together are working for a just, peaceful, and sustainable world. Sustaining each other here in community is the first step down the long road of that important work. If you would like to know more about us and learn about upcoming events, please go to our website and sign up for our newsletter. And please know that whoever you are, wherever you are from, whomever you love, wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. Ooh. So, now let us greet this day in song. Our opening hymn is Wake Now My Senses. It's number 298 in the gray hymnal. The words will be projected. Please rise in body and spirit as you are able. Seated. I am so pleased to invite Kenneth Witherspoon forward to light our chalice. He has a poem written in honor of this service.
My mother writes my poetry. Been that way since I sat on her knee, babbling and burbling incessantly, with her smiling down at me, appreciating the genius in each coherent line, saying, "That's good, Frankie, baby, that's so fine." And she was always there as my skills began to grow, listening to my poems, going to my drama shows. And what I know that others cannot see is that the source of my creativity is and always was my mother in me, she who writes my poetry.
Welcome again. For those of you here in the sanctuary and watching from home, we're so glad you are here today. For our call to worship this morning, I share with you the words of Reverend Sharon Wiley. It is said that ministers are here to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. I say we are all, by turns, both afflicted and comfortable. May our time together this morning be both a comfort and a confrontation. May we here find peace in times of tumult. May we here invite tumult into lives of peace. May we here find calm in times of restlessness. May we here allow restlessness to evolve into action. Let this be the place you consider what you've never considered. Let this be the place you imagine for yourself something new and unthinkable. May this hour bring dreams of new ways of being in the world. Come, let us worship together.
Our affirmation is an expression of our covenant with one another. Please read after me. The words will be projected. The doctrine of this church is love. We are here to love. The quest of truth is its sacrament. We are here to learn. Service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace. We are here to live in peace. To seek knowledge in freedom. We are here to honor our differences. To serve humanity in fellowship. We are all connected in spirit. To the end that all souls shall grow in harmony with the divine. We are here to grow. Thus do we covenant with one another. This we promise to do together. And now it's time for the Wonder Box. Let's see what Corinna has for us today.
It's always a time of great sharing and joy. We are on a journey of discovery together here at San Gabriel. We help each other learn and grow. So, what do you think might be in this Wonder Box today? It's Mother's Day cards. I love how y'all are always on theme. What could, it's clunky. Sorry, it's not cards because it's clunky. Burnt pancakes. Did you have some of those this morning? Any other guesses before I open it up? Crayons, you've got some of those at your tables, yep. No, very close. We've got some Play-Doh. What does that make you think of? Children? Anything?
Creativity.
Oh, creativity. Yes, our theme for the month. Yes, let's take a look at what our story is going to tell us about creativity today.
And illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds, published by Candlewick Press. Ramon loved to draw. Anytime, anything, anywhere. One day, Ramon was drawing a vase of flowers. His brother, Leon, leaned over his shoulder. Leon burst out laughing. "What is that?" he asked. Ramon could not even answer. He just crumpled up the drawing and threw it across the room. Leon's laughter haunted Ramon. He kept trying to make his drawings look right, but they never did. After many months and many crumpled sheets of paper, Ramon put his pencil down. "I'm done." Marisol, his sister, was watching him. "What do you want?" he snapped. "I was watching you draw," she said. Ramon sneered. "I'm not drawing. Go away." Marisol ran away, but not before picking up a crumpled sheet of paper. "Hey, come back here with that!" Ramon raced after Marisol up the hall and into her room. He was about to yell, but fell silent when he saw his sister's walls. He stared at the crumpled gallery. "This is one of my favorites," Marisol said, pointing. "That was supposed to be a vase of flowers," Ramon said, "but it doesn't look like one." "Well, it looks vase-ish," she exclaimed. "Vase-ish?" Ramon looked closer. Then he studied all the drawings on Marisol's walls and began to see them in a whole new way. "They do look ish," he said. Ramon felt light and energized. Thinking ishly allowed his ideas to flow freely. He began to draw what he felt. Loose lines, quickly springing out, without worry. Ramon once again drew and drew the world around him. Making an ish drawing felt wonderful. He filled his journals. Tree-ish, house-ish, boat-ish, afternoon-ish, fish-ish, sun-ish. Ramon realized he could draw ish feelings, too. Peace-ish, silly-ish, excited-ish. His ish art inspired ish writing. He wasn't sure if he was writing poems, but he knew they were poem-ish. Ponder, pond, ponder, dream yonder, pond, pond, yond, yond, gleam wander, Ramon. One spring morning, Ramon had a wonderful feeling. It was a feeling that even ish words and ish drawings could not capture. He decided not to capture it. Instead, he simply savored it. And Ramon lived ishfully ever after. The end.
Oh, I get so mad at the brother. Have you ever been told your efforts weren't good enough? Ramon found so much joy in painting, and bullying took that away from him. I wonder why he did that. But I am so glad Marisol helped Ramon find his joy again. So we've all got art materials in front of us today. And if you haven't already, I am giving you permission right now to start working with those. Folks at home, I hope you can find some near you, some pens or paints or clay or yarn or whatever medium you like for artistic expression. Doodling counts. Taking notes and journaling counts. I think what this story tells us is it's about process, not product. At the end of the book, Ramon is happy and experiences contentment beyond what he can capture. His life has become enriched through his artistic practice. Does his skill improve? We don't know. But his quality of life is better no matter what. So if there's some people who are not at a table, there is a table right up here that still has spots. Jean, you are welcome to come and sit with others so you can have access to the materials. Many thanks to our own Mr. Spoon for his beautiful chalice lighting today, which so deftly encompasses our theme of creativity. I wish all the mothers here today a wonderful day. I love being a mom myself. And yet, when it comes to our culture's celebration of these relationships, I find myself wanting to focus less on inherent biological connections and more on the acts of caring, of love, that comprise what it means to mother or father or parent. Because some of us are not blessed with loving parents. Because some of us are not in relationship with our mothers or fathers. Because some of us grieve the loss of our mother. And because of those less obvious situations, some of us are mothers or fathers or parents to those loved ones in every way but name. And that's why I chose Love Makes a Family as our sign out front this week. For it is love that I am speaking of. Loving is the hard work, and it is that love, that work for which we express our gratitude. And I think that all of us can agree that mothering and parenting is very hard work. Our Soul Matters theme for May is the path of creativity. The Soul Matters curriculum offers each month packets to support the theme, both for our connection groups, for children and their families, and for worship services. The resources for this theme on creativity this month were particularly rich, and for sermon suggestions, I'm going to share with you what they offered. On our ability to creatively shape our days, on taking a creative view of your life and yourself, on creativity's call to live courageously, on viewing ourselves as works in progress, on creativity's power to heal, on the dangers of resisting our creativity, on co-creation and the myth of the solitary creator, on what creativity does to us, on unknowing as the birthplace of creativity, on what creativity has to teach us about surrender. I'm not done yet. On what creativity has to teach us about self-doubt, on creativity and the divine, and on motherhood and creativity. So, let's see if I can hit all of those today, right? I do think we could probably spend an entire year exploring creativity. But before I looked at the packet, however, I did have some thoughts bubbling up in my mind. I recently was reading an article that was entitled, "Are You Okay? Or Are You the Eldest Daughter?" And here I am on Mother's Day saying this. But I laughed about that, and I immediately shared it with my sister-in-law, who's married to my brother and is also an eldest daughter. There is quite a bit of invisible labor, even more so in other cultures around the world, that oldest daughters are expected to perform in service to their families, taking on adult responsibilities early, mediating between other family members, taking care of everyone. It can lead to people-pleasing and perfectionism. And perfectionism, particularly, is something I definitely struggle with and will forever be trying to unlearn. Because yes, I'm an eldest daughter. It can be hard because we are taught that the product is what is important, not the process. And if we are focused on the product, on the destination rather than the journey, we limit ourselves often to one particular vision, one particular goal or understanding. That's the only way we can attain the supposed perfection. And we miss what the journey might be trying to show us. I remember when my children were little, I had to learn to keep only one or two of their creations and let the rest go. Even being trained as a teacher myself, I had to hear their preschool teacher tell me that it was the process that mattered, not the product. I needed to be reminded. Children learn through playful experience by having the opportunity to express themselves freely. We all do, really. And the products of those expressions are ancillary to the process, not the focus. So, how do we give ourselves permission to not be perfect? We need to, because we so often suffer under the demands of perfection. We saw that in the story with Ramon's struggle. And yet he was unaware of any supposed imperfections in what he was creating until someone else, his brother, made that judgment, which he then listened to. As Unitarian Universalists, we embrace covenantal community as an expression of our faith, that what our values and beliefs call us to do is be in community with one another, to support each other, to love one another. Ironically, being in close relationship with each other creates a lot of opportunity for us to pass judgment on one another, too, in ways that if we were isolated from each other would not be possible. And we certainly know that people can isolate from others as a form of protection, especially if they have suffered trauma at the hands or opinions of others. That's why covenantal community and our UU faith is not easy, because we elect to be in relationship, but also covenant to uphold behaviors that reflect our values, values that don't allow for bullying or disrespect or simple meanness, and instead lift up curiosity, inclusion, and forgiveness. That's why we must call each other back into covenant when we break those promises, because we will break them, and act in ways that are harmful, like Ramon's brother. That's how we live out our faith, by trying our hardest not to harm one another and instead love one another. And if we do that, and by doing that, we truly become a refuge, a sanctuary for all those who are in need of the love that we offer. There is also an amount of humility we must adopt, a recognition that we do not know all that we do not know. And if we are going to be able to be in covenant with each other as a community, as a faith, we have to be willing to learn from one another and from new situations. We have to let go of our perfectionism, give ourselves permission to fail, and try new things. Like Ramon, we have to get okay with ish in order to be free. I think the paradox is, once we begin to pay more attention to the journey, how we behave in relationship to one another, the more surely we will reach our dreams of beloved community and shared liberation for all. Let's pause here for a minute. Take a moment for reflection on this, on letting perfectionism go. Deep breaths. How can we support each other in deepening the journey and loving one another all the more? Certainly one way is by listening to each other, as we do in our sharing of joys and gratitudes, concerns and sorrows. And since we are already grouped around tables, Let's turn to one another there for this spiritual practice. But first, I do want to center again the deep pain trans children, their families, and the entire trans community are feeling at the hands of a misguided and frankly hateful majority in our state legislature. And they are not the only ones who will suffer. This week already, Dell Children's Hospital in Austin has seen an exodus of doctors from its entire adolescent care unit under threat of lawsuit, a practice that served all kinds of kids, including cancer survivors. So deep breaths. It has been a hard week. If you have a joy or a gratitude, a sorrow or a concern, please take a moment to share that with those at your tables now. If you have something you'd like to make sure the people watching from home will hear, please bring it to me and I will repeat it into the mic. But please turn to your neighbors now and share for a few moments. Has everyone had a moment to speak? Is there anything that you'd like me to share with the folks at home that you want to bring forward? Yes, Michelle? Yeah.
This is a joy on behalf of our entire congregation in that your social justice team is helping a young woman that we met in Austin at the Drum Conference. Drum is Diverse and Revolutionary UU Ministries. And this young gal is a victim of domestic abuse. Her husband currently has custody of their 2 children, so she was brokenhearted about not being able to be with them. We discovered that a laptop would help her get continuing education for a job with WIC. She's working there right now. So your social justice team purchased an inexpensive refurbished computer. She texted yesterday 2 things. The computer has allowed her to start her online classes, which are only $99, and she was able to see her children yesterday for Mother's Day.
For all the gratitude, for all the sorrow, we hold and bless one another. May the time spent in sharing what's on your heart and mind lighten your load and expand your joy, deepening your connections within, among, and beyond. Amen, and blessed be.
Are we having regular joys and concerns today?
That's what we just finished.
just finished. I came prepared to offer a joy today.
We were going to do that at our tables.
Oh, well, I wanted to share it with the whole crew. May I?
You missed the message, Frank, but come on.
I rise to offer a great joy, like Maya Angelou.
All right.
In keeping with our theme of creativity, I decided to wear a cowboy hat. I was raised in Austin, Texas, and I think I look good in one. But I had a wonderful joy to share with you, and there was so much to it that I had to write some notes down. I'm a type 2 diabetic, and I had 2 strokes back in March. On the 15th and the 22nd, a week apart. The first one affected my right hand and arm. The second one affected my right foot. I got speedy expert care, and I feel like I've recovered completely. I had a good recovery, new meds. I was released to go back to work part-time and finally to drive after a month. My family really stepped up huge. I was hospitalized for a total of 7 days, and they were there almost every minute to rearrange my pillows, give me a drink of water, whatever. I got emails from a lot of you folks expressing concern. I got rides from some of you. Bill Hornbuckle, John Shaw, Sarah Smith. I appreciated your positive vibes. These 2 strokes have become a positive event. It was a wake-up call. A bullet dodged. Another chance at life. I was given a great gift. I was given an enormous gift. Extra time, and I'm so grateful. I thank you for all your support. I have so much to be grateful for. My cup runneth over. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. And for those who may not have been able to hear from home, I will just sum up your deep gratitude for your recovery and the support you received from your family and for your San Gabriel family during this time. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, we have a wonderful song to sing that really goes along well with what Frank has just expressed. Maybe you want to tell us what it is?
And Frank, we're grateful for you to be part of our community. So, we're going to sing a hymn from this book. It's number 1057, and the lyrics will be projected. But please listen as Jean plays the hymn through for us so that we can hear the melody, and then we'll sing it through twice. Please rise in body and spirit as you are able. The words will be up here, but also in here.
that becomes a regular for us, I must say. It's beautiful. So here we are in our second half of our time today, and we have this multitude of art supplies before us. We also have some creative questions that are on the little table tent. So for the next 15 to 20 minutes or so, you'll have time to discuss the questions if you like, work with the supplies as you would like. You can paint or draw or collage, whatever you would like. I hope you can approach the materials with an ish mindset and openness to the process, not the product. That said, there are a few sheets with some drawing prompts as well, because I know it can be hard sometimes, and some suggestions for crafting with the paints, if that would help you. And for those of you at home, 2 of the questions are, has creativity ever gotten you in trouble? That's one of the questions. And another is, what makes an artist an artist? And I did reach out to Bob Douglas today. I hope you're watching, Bob. He did such an amazing job with our kiddos when we had our art day once a year. And he loved that time together, and we loved being with him. So once our time is up, we will have our offering and our chalice extinguishing. So please do stay and work with the materials until then. right. There is no time limit. We're going to have our offering, but you are welcome to continue to chat and get yourself a cup of coffee and continue. Our offering today, oh, I'm reading Mimi's part. You go ahead and go.
Okay, our offering today is special. Our music for the offering is Simple Gifts, word and music by Brackett, arranged by Robert Vandal. In honor of Mother's Day, we are giving our plate to the National Bailout Collective and their Mama's Day Bailout Initiative. Every day, tens of thousands of people languish in jail simply because they cannot afford bail. Black people are over 2 times more likely to be arrested, and once arrested, are twice as likely to be caged before trial. This program aims to bail out as many black mamas and caregivers as they can so that they can spend Mother's Day with their families where they belong. Please give generously as you are able. Come forward.
So yes, please, again, look at the Sunday handout for announcements, patting everyone on your back for our successful pledge drive. We're getting so close to our goal. And we, of course, thank everyone who helped make today's service possible. Thank you, Jean and Mimi, and Spoon, for being up here on the chancel with me today, for our tech team helping folks watch from home, and our hospitality and welcoming folks, making our coffee and making sure everything goes smoothly today. Please do join us for coffee and snacks, and you may continue, of course, to work with your art supplies and chat at your tables, whatever you would like to do today. Mimi is going to now extinguish our chalice.
We close our sacred time together when we extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the chalice inside our hearts, which serves as a beacon of hope, emboldened by its blaze. We are reminded that our strength as prophetic and powerful people is found when we come together at St. Gabriel, which is here in Georgetown to stay, no matter come what may.